Good morning. How are y'all doing today? So today is going to be a rainy day. I don't think the sun's going to come out much today. It's in the 50s. It's probably about 52 right now, but it's pretty early this morning. But it's warmer in here. I don't have my stove. I hadn't had to use it last night or the night before. Stayed pretty warm. I think maybe in a few days we are going to have some cooler temperatures. I saw 30s at night, so I may have to run it maybe one more time. I don't know. But down here checking all my seedlings. Got some really pretty cosmos blooming. Got another one over here. And then more to follow. So I've noticed this little cosmo. This is the first year I've grown cosmos. It's got another little bloom coming out on the side. So I think they're going to be real prolific bloomers. And oh, this one's got a little bloom too. I need to find a place for this beauty right here. And I haven't seen any of my delphiniums come up. I'm not sure if they're going to or not. I may replace them with something. And I need to fertilize in here. And I've also ordered some more of those rods because look how big this thing has gotten. And I've actually wrapped it a couple times over just to get it to go back and forth. So it's climbing all the way down to the end of the greenhouse. Let's open y'all up. I don't think we're gonna have too much sun. All right, I gotta get to my freezer. I gotta get some chicken out for supper tonight. Yeah, so I got me some more Cosmo seeds. Don't know if I have enough. I may have to get some more. Bought some summer squash. We love to have it for grilling. I actually made some the other night in the cast iron skillet. It was so good. Saw these pretty daisies, and these are annuals. I think they said that they days to bloom was 50 days, 50 to 60 days, so 2 months, not bad. I'm gonna get them in probably about time, April. So we'll plant these too. I'll just direct sow those. Same for these as well, my sunflowers. And I love pickling cucumbers. We're gonna plant those too. I made some bread and butter pickles, but they were the Mrs. Wages mix. Opened some the other night, and they were so spicy, I instantly started coughing. So my husband was afraid to try them. So I may look for a different recipe for my bread and butter pickles. I don't know. They were just too potent. And it could have been me. I could have mixed them wrong or something. So I don't know. Chicken. This freezer smells so good. But y'all see, I have so many tomatoes still left in here. So I need to get some of these processed. We had some corn out of here the other night. It was so good. I'm about out of corn. And most of the corn I have left is the small ears. And part of our garden was in the shade, so it had some really small corn on some of it. So this year we're going to remedy that because we like corn. Yeah, we have 3 gardens coming up, so I'm really excited about that. One of them is going to be, obviously, mostly my pollinator garden for beautiful flowers. But the other 2 will have another purpose. And then y'all look at all these seeds I got. I got tons of seeds I still got to go through. Lots of stuff I saved. Got to get me a lot over here. Before I go in, though, I want to show you guys my cactus. When it was first coming up, it looked like some furry foot. I thought, it looks like a rabbit's foot coming up on this thing. It was just a little tiny. And then it just started growing and growing and growing. And I looked it up. Obviously, it was a bloom. I figured it was. But it is growing massive. Like, quickly. Look at that. Crazy looking bloom. I'm assuming when it opens up, it will be pink. I've looked it up, I think. And awesome. So I cannot wait. I will show you guys and share it with you. And this amaryllis, look at that. That is so cool how those little foliage come up. And it's going to open up into something pretty interesting, I do believe. Love that. Succulent right there. It's called an ice plant. It hasn't started blooming yet, which I'm pretty surprised. But it will. All right, I'm in to have some breakfast and maybe go get some of these things I need to do for these flowers. We'll head over to Innovative and see what they got over there today. All right, guys, I made it to Innovative. I'm excited. I haven't been here in a few weeks. Seems like maybe even longer than that. Maybe 3 weeks. So let's go in and see what they've got today. Hopefully they got some trays and some other things maybe that I can't live without. All right, let's go. cactus is fixing to bloom too. Cool. Some of these I like, but I don't really want to touch them. So my husband likes them, but I always get prickled by them. Desert rose has such a large bloom. How pretty. Gorgeous hosta. This smells amazing. It's jasmine. All right, I got back from Innovative. I got me some trays. And the plant I just dumped out. I got a kalanchoe. I like kalanchoes. I think they're very interesting. They don't like full sun. They do burn easily, so they kind of like more of a shaded area. Most of the ones in my experience anyways. This one is actually going to have to be repotted because it is super top heavy, but we'll work on that after I get some lunch. Dumped them out everywhere. Got this little pretty one. It's an echeveria, like a ruffled echeveria. Super cool. I mostly got trays because I'm in desperate need. It is raining. Great time to be in the greenhouse. So peaceful. Perfect temperature when it's raining. And I will be back. See you guys. All right, I'm back. I had some lunch. Down in my basement organizing and cleaning. So, if y'all have noticed, there's no fish tanks here. And getting rid of some of these over here too. Just gonna give you guys a down low. Oh goodness. So I have changed my mind. Go figure. Yeah. Breeding fish is not quite what I expected. And it's been kind of like a little circus down here. Kind of behind the scenes little circus. So every time I come down here, somebody's had babies. And I keep trying to find places to put them because the parents want to eat them. Well, I don't want them to eat them. So I'm moving them, and it's like a circus. They'll go in here. Well, I had one little breeder box in here, and one fish tried to jump in and get them, and she got stuck at the top of that. Needless to say, that didn't work out too well for her. So in the midst of all of that, my harebrained idea was thinking, okay, maybe I need more tanks to separate all these. I was kind of at a crossroads at that point. I wasn't really just saying that to anybody, but it was just kind of in my head, toiling back and forth, like, well, maybe I will stop at 6 and just not breed because I have too many strains to really 6 aquariums to accommodate. And I didn't know this because I should have researched a little more at first. And so in my crazy idea, I thought, well, I'll just jump in and I'll get 10 more tanks. So I got 10 more tanks put over there. I didn't fill them up or anything like that. Still had the stickers on them and all that good stuff. And then over the weekend, I sat down and did a lot more research and realized what most of these people are saying. These breeders, they have like 8 to 10 tanks per strain. And I just realized I ain't got time for that. I don't want this whole room to be some massive fish room with tanks everywhere. No, I ain't got time for that. I wouldn't even have time for my plants and my canning and my gardening and all that stuff. And I really just want to look at pretty fish. And these people that sell these fish where I was going to sell them at, they have like a standard. Fins, shape, body, and all this. Like, it's worse than showing chickens. Like, whenever I used to breed chickens, I had no idea that fish were even more than that. It was crazy. And so I quit breeding chickens, you know, for that reason. Getting a little older, it's just not something I want to continue doing and spending like every waking hour doing. I just kind of want to have them for fun and for eggs, and that's kind of what I want to have fish for, just enjoyment. So I decided to take a different route. I was able to take my stuff back. Still literally had the stickers and all that good stuff. I've sold several tanks, have some people coming today and tomorrow, and I want to keep my favorite ones. I'm going to put them in the greenhouse because I was actually doing research and the guppies do really good in ponds. And I do have one little guppy female out in my greenhouse that I rescued because I don't really like to cull fish. That's another thing. So breeders, they cull fish. They just get rid of the ones that aren't perfect. And that's just not my thing. I never did that with chickens. I just never did it. I never could. Just didn't have the heart to do it. So I'm going to keep the ones I love and I'm going to put them in the greenhouse. We're going to enjoy them out there. And I'm going to use this for my gardening. I'm going to put my seeds back over here. Make a nice little seed station. Like a harvest table. Whatever else to go with my gardening stuff and my greenhouse extras, pots and things like that can store over here. I'm glad I realized it now. I should have researched it before that. I don't know what I was thinking. Just a whim, I guess. I've bred animals before, but I'm not. I don't think I'm into that anymore. All right, got some plans out the greenhouse. I've got some stuff out the greenhouse. Just thought I'd let you guys know. I had to let you know. Y'all should have seen the behind the scenes of me in here with all these fish trying to catch these little babies, and I really should have put that on video. It would have been very comical. Because I was moving fish were jumping out of the water. It was a hot mess. All right, I'm back to my greenhouse. Back to this aquarium. This one is much more calm. I don't have to do all this crazy stuff with these fish, and they don't have to be perfect, but I enjoy them. And I still have a guppy in here, this little fat guppy. And I actually put some in my pond over the weekend. They're doing really good. I even had some little fry in here, and tonight when it gets dark, I'll turn my pond light on and we'll look at them. But I got my trays, and I got some extras too this time. I just thought they were running out. They only had a few of these black trays left, and I knew if I didn't get them, they're not probably going to be able to get any more in. They're running out of all. I actually got the nice ones this time because last time I got the cheaper ones, the mid-range, and they're all gone, and they only had a few of these left. So I don't know what that means, if they're not going to have any more, but I'm going to bring my flowers out here and my cups, and we're going to get some stuff started.